As Buddha once taught, we are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Dear friends, this simple yet powerful truth from Buddha reminds us that the world we live in is shaped by our own minds. But what happens when our emotions cloud our judgment? In today's story, a samurai learns that paradise and hell aren't places you visit after death, they're states of mind, created by our reactions and emotions. Today, on the Motivation Zone at Freedom, we're exploring how our choices, whether driven by anger or peace, open the gates of either paradise or hell. This Zen lesson speaks to all of us, and by the end of this video, you'll understand how to find your own path to inner peace. Let's get started. Imagine a proud samurai, a warrior who has spent his life mastering the art of combat and loyalty, now standing before a humble Zen master. In his search for truth, the samurai seeks clarity on one of life's most profound questions: is there really a paradise and a hell? He believes the answer will reveal something distant and mystical. But what he doesn't realize is that the answer he receives will cut far deeper than any sword could, not in a physical sense, but in how he understands his own mind. The samurai expects a response filled with wisdom and philosophy, maybe something poetic or abstract. But what he gets from the Zen master is far more practical and life-changing. In just a few simple words, the master turns the samurai's question inward, challenging not only his understanding of paradise and hell but also his perception of himself. The samurai, with his armor and reputation intact, confidently asks the Zen master, "Is there really a paradise and a hell?" His question reflects the human desire to understand the unknown and the afterlife. However, instead of answering the question directly, the Zen master calmly replies, "Who are you?" Confused but proud, the samurai responds, "I am a samurai." In his mind, being a samurai is a badge of honor, a symbol of strength and discipline. Yet, instead of acknowledging this, the master offers a harsh provocation: "A samurai? You look more like a beggar." These words cut through the samurai's pride like a blade. In a fit of rage, the samurai draws his sword, ready to strike down the insult. But just as quickly as the sword is drawn, the Zen master, still calm and composed, says, "Now you are opening the gates of hell." In that moment, the samurai's fury is reflected back to him, and he suddenly understands. His anger, his loss of control, is what opens the gates of hell, not some far-off place but a state of being within his own heart and mind. The samurai, stunned by the master's words, begins to see the truth. His rage had blinded him, driving him to the edge of destruction. It wasn't the insult that opened the gates of hell, it was his reaction to it. In that brief moment, the samurai realizes that his emotions, when unchecked, can lead him to his own downfall. As he calms down, lowering his sword and stepping back into a state of peace, the master says, "Now you are opening the gates of paradise." The lesson becomes crystal clear: paradise and hell are not external places. They exist within each of us, created by our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Every time we let anger take over, we open the gates of hell. But when we choose calmness, peace, and understanding, we open the gates of paradise. The master's words remind us that we have the power to control how we react to life's challenges. The key to paradise isn't found in some faraway land, it's found in mastering our own mind.
The story of the samurai and the Zen master isn't just a lesson for ancient times, it's deeply relevant to our everyday lives. How often do we find ourselves in situations where anger or frustration takes control? Whether it's a heated argument, a frustrating situation at work, or even a minor inconvenience, we've all been on the verge of letting our emotions drive us toward destructive actions. In those moments, we are opening the gates of hell, just like the samurai did when he drew his sword in anger. But what happens when we choose calmness instead? Think about the moments when you took a deep breath, stepped back from the situation, and let peace guide your actions. In those moments, You are opening the gates to paradise, a state of inner peace, clarity, and control. The story teaches us that the path to destruction or peace lies within our reactions, and we have the power to choose which gates we open. Take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Can you remember a time when you were so close to reacting with anger, but you decided to pause and stay calm instead? How did that decision change the outcome of the situation? Maybe the conflict was avoided, or perhaps you walked away with a clearer mind and a sense of peace. If we learn to pause in moments of tension, to observe our emotions without letting them control us, we can avoid the gates of hell and consistently open the gates of paradise. This lesson is simple but powerful. Our reactions shape our reality. So the next time you feel anger rising within, ask yourself, which gates am I about to open? Just as Buddha wisely taught, we become what we think. In every moment, we hold the power to decide whether we open the gates of hell through anger or the gates of paradise through peace. This story reminds us that our reactions shape the world around us and our inner state of being. Each day presents us with opportunities to choose. Will we allow emotions like anger to control us, or will we embrace calmness and clarity? If this story resonated with you, take a moment to share it with someone who might need this wisdom. We all have moments where we can benefit from the reminder that peace is always within our reach. And I'd love to hear your experiences. Leave a comment below and tell us about a time when you chose peace over anger and opened your own gates of paradise. Let's continue to spread this message of calmness and mindfulness.